cyclohexane. So, as we know, unsaturated alkenes. So, from this, you remember unsaturated alkenes and cycloalkanes. Cycloalkanes. The general formula, both CnH2. Am I right, everybody? Alkenes and cycloalkanes. What is the general formula? CnH2n. Will you all agree with me? Everybody?
Yes, sir.
That is. So now, if I draw electron dot structure, totally 6 carbons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So replace it with the dots, that's all. So each carbon is having how many hydrogens? Everybody? 6 carbons and 12 hydrogens. 6 carbons and 12 hydrogens. Noted, 6 carbons and 12 hydrogens. So what will happen? Each carbon just replace the bonds. So bonds, each bond representing what? How many electrons? Each bond is representing how many electrons? One pair of electron. How many electrons, everybody? One pair of electron. One pair of electron it is representing. That is what you have to do it. So if anybody having any doubt in this, you can ask. So which is the more stable form of stable element? Everybody, it will start from where? All of you.
Cyclohexane.
Cyclohexane. Hexane onwards, they are stable in nature. So before and all, they are highly reactive. So it starts from n is equals to 3, but they are very, very reactive in nature. So this is what is the electron dot structure of cyclohexane. Next, second one, unsaturated cyclic hydrocarbons. Cyclic hydrocarbons, also we can call it as a benzene. So this also only strong when n is equals to what, everybody? When n is equals to what, everybody? N is equals to 6, okay? So then only they are stable in nature. So here also n is equals to 6, also we can call it as a, what is another name we used to call? All of you? Aromatic compounds. What is that? Please respond. What is to say? Aromatic compounds. Now keep it in mind. Here, n is equals to 1. That's what n is equals to 1, 2, 3 is not existed. 3 onwards it will existed. But which is again stable in nature, everybody? Which is stable? From n is
6.
equals to 6. So that is what. And also remember, triple bond in cyclic hydrocarbons, you are not going to study in the class 10th. So you no need to worry about it. Unsaturated cyclic hydrocarbons, maximum we will get what bond? Everybody. Maximum, what bond will come? Double bond will come. Triple bond, with the triple bond, no element or compound is existed. And for 10th class level, it will not come. Do you understand, guys? Everybody, what I'm saying? All of you, please respond. So that is what. So saturated cyclic hydrocarbons or benzene, unsaturated hydrocarbons. It will also call it as aromatic hydrocarbons. Aromatic hydrocarbons. So it will start from n is equals to 6. So also call it as benzene. What is to call? N is equals to 6. What is to call? Benzene. Okay. So benzene and its derivatives. Later it will change. Derivatives are called cyclic unsaturated hydrocarbons. Cyclic unsaturated hydrocarbons. Or also we can call it as a what? Everybody? Unsaturated cyclic hydrocarbons. Also we can call it as a aromatic compound. Okay, that is what. So unsaturated hydrocarbons. Now, how many membered carbon cyclic? Anyone can tell? How many membered carbon cyclic? There are 6 membered. 6 membered carbon cyclic compounds. Note it, everybody. Very, very important point. And having alternative double bond. This is very, very important. Alternative what bond, everybody? Unsaturated means definitely what is that, everybody? Please.
Double bond.
Carbon, double bond. Of course, triple bond you do not have, but we will study in the higher classes. It's not required. So now remember, when n is equals to 6 and after only they are highly stable in nature. Okay, stable compounds. Do you understand, Mr. Harish, Mitakshri, everybody? So that is what you can say. They are highly stable compounds. Write it. They are highly stable compounds. Though they have how many double bonds? Anybody can tell? I'll say they have three double bonds. They have three double bonds because each alternative carbon has to get what? Anybody? Alternative carbon should get the double bond. So three double bonds in one carbon ring. Clear, everyone? So what does it mean? Let me see. So what is the structural formula of benzene? Anybody? Benzene formula C6H6. What is that, everyone? What is the benzene formula? Everyone, most popular compound. Benzene is C6H6, means hexane structure will come. But you can notice it, the structure is very, very important. So single bond, and single bond. That's fine. But here, as I said, double bond must be there. So I am choosing any carbon, alternative carbon, I am putting the double bond. First carbon, second leave it. That is what this bond has to leave it, and here you have to put it. This bond has to be leave it, here you have to put it. Now you verify each carbon how many bonds satisfy. If you count it any carbon, you will understand it. Each carbon how many bonds satisfied? Make it quick. See it and tell me, Mr. Nimesh, Rohit.
3.
Well, yes. So first carbon, if you have taken, it is satisfied 3. Then how many remaining? 1 is remaining. Second carbon also 2 plus 1, 3. Then third one is remaining. Third carbon 1 plus 2, 3. So 1/4 one is remaining. The next fifth one, this is what fourth one. 3 plus 1, 3. And fifth one is H. That is what 1 hydrogen. Next, here 2 plus 1, 3. 1 more hydrogen, fourth bond. 1 plus 2, 3. 1 more hydrogen, 5 bonds. Totally how many hydrogens? Count it, everybody. How many hydrogens, all of you? Each
hydrogen.
having 1 hydrogen, so totally C6H6. Am I right, everyone? What is that, everybody? C6H6. So what are the other examples? So other examples which will start from here. One is what? Naphthalene balls. Okay? Naphthalene, and another one is anthracene. So these are the examples of what? Anybody? Examples of unsaturated
Compound.
cyclic hydrocarbons. Unsaturated cyclic hydrocarbons. Next, if you notice it, everybody, just now before we studied benzene, that is what? Same hexagonal structure. But what is this, everybody? What is the name of this one? Anybody can tell? Cycloalkane. So cycloalkane, what is the name of this one? N is equals to 6 means. What is the name? Everybody.
Cyclohexane.
Cyclohexane. So now, cyclohexane, benzene, both are having the same ring structure, but they are having difference. What is that? Tell me, anybody? Both benzene and cyclic hydrocarbon, both are same. So what is that? Can you tell me? Cyclic hydrocarbon. hydrocarbon. So what will happen, everybody? Benzene, both benzene and cyclic hydrocarbon. What is the cyclic hydrocarbon? N is equals to 6. Anybody can tell? All of you?
Cyclic.
Yeah, cyclohexane. Both are having the same C is equals to 6. That is what? N is equals to 6. But benzene, what is the formula? C6H6. And here cyclohexane, what is the formula? Everybody? C6.
C6H12.
H12. That is the difference. Okay. So cyclohexane containing C6H12 means consists of like 6 carbon atoms and 12 hydrogen atoms. 6 carbon atoms and 12 hydrogen atoms present in the cyclic hexane. That is what you have to remember. Next, benzene, if you have noticed it, you can see. So what will happen? It consists of 6 atoms, okay? And you can see each carbon atom and how many hydrogen atoms also? Benzene. Benzene C is equals to 6, also 6. So now, one more thing you have to remember. In cyclohexane, 2 hydrogen atoms are bonded with each, how many carbon atoms? Cyclohexane. Each carbon is bonded with how many hydrogens? Make it quick, guys. Each hydrogen is bonded with how many hydrogens? Each carbon. Respond, everybody. 2 carbons. Am I right or wrong? But in benzene, each carbon is bonded with how many hydrogens? Everybody? One hydrogen. Okay. And double bond is present at what positions? Alternative positions in a ring. That is the very important. Okay. Double bond is present where, guys? Everybody? Double bond is present. Double bond is present. Present in where? Speak, guys. Double bond is present. Okay. At alternative positions of a ring. Positions of a ring, in a ring. That is what is about saturated and unsaturated cyclic hydrocarbons. So basically, which is the more stable? Either it is saturated or unsaturated. Everybody? Hurry. What is that, everyone? That is what we used to call it as a benzene. N is equals to 6 onwards, compounds are stable. That is what is for cyclic hydrocarbons or unsaturated hydrocarbons. Now, a representation of hydrocarbons, most important thing, I already told you. Representation of hydrocarbons. So now, first one, if anybody will ask, what is the molecular formula? So you all should write in the form of bond free. So that is what is the best example of representation of molecular formula. So for example, if I take ethane, what is the formula of ethane? Anybody? Ethane formula. C, what I said? Yes. What is the ethane formula? Ethane. C2H. Right or wrong? C2H6, which represents that there are 2 carbon atoms and how many hydrogen atoms? Each
6
carbon
atoms.
is bonded with 3 hydrogens. So that totally how many hydrogens are there? 6 hydrogen atoms.
6.
Yeah, 6. This is 2, this is 1. So you can write it. Number of atoms of first element plus number of atoms of second element. So what is that, everybody? 2 plus 6, which is equals to 8. So what will happen, everyone? 8 totally is present. Carbon is 2 and hydrogen is 6. Totally is 2 and 6. Totally 8 it will be present. So 6 hydrogen atoms. 2 carbon atoms and 6 hydrogen atoms is present in it. Next, if they ask, this is what molecular formula. If they ask you same thing, structural formula, those you can notice The chemical compound in detail if you are drawing. For example, same C2H6. Is it call it as a structural formula? I already taught you. What is a structural formula? Anybody can remember? Structural formula is representation with the bonds. So 3, 6 bonds is finished. Sorry, 3 bonds is finished. And each carbon is having how many hydrogens? How many hydrogens? Everybody?
3.
3 hydrogens. Over. It needs to satisfy how many bonds? Needs to satisfy how many bonds? Each carbon.
4 bonds.
Each carbon has to satisfy. Everybody? Yes, please. But this is not a ethane. What is this actually? This is wrong.
Propane.
3 carbons have.
Propane.
What is that? Propane. Please. Means C4. C4H8. Okay. This is what it is. Any doubt? Anybody can ask me. Are you clear, everybody? Yes.
C3.
Yes, Amma. C3H8. Very good. So this is what is the call it as a structural formula. Next, they will ask you condensed formula. So this is very, very important formula. No bonds will represent and no combined formula like a structure, molecular formula. We will write as usual. Okay, that's all. Now, if it is a condensed formula, what will happen? Carbon-carbon single bond and carbon-hydrogen bonds are not even shown in a condensed formula. That is very important. So condensed formula of a butane, for example, if I take a butane, what is the formula, everybody? C4, C4, speak guys, C4H10. So what is the condensed formula? Basically, CH, CH3, CH2, CH2, CH. So this is the condensed formula. How they can able to write? Only with the practice. So what will happen, everybody? Carbon, C is equals to 4 means 4. So each carbon need to satisfy 4 bonds. So middle carbons alone, they will satisfy how many bonds? Everybody? Speak guys. Middle, how many they'll satisfy? Everybody? 2 bonds. So HSH and last one is again HHH. So what will happen totally? This one. They are writing like a condensed formula. CH3. Very good. Single bond if you want, you can. Next CH2. Single bond you want, you can. Next one CH2. Single bond you can. Last one is what? Everybody. CH.
CH2.
This is only call it as a what formula, everybody?
Condensed formula.
Condensed formula. We used to call it as a what? Condensed formula we used to call it as. Okay. So this is what is about cyclic and uncyclic saturated hydrocarbons. So if you observe, this is how the general formula will start and ends. Any doubt, anybody can ask me. Are you clear, everybody? Please respond, guys. Everyone? All of you?
Yes.
Yes. Now, so as I said, if you notice it, which is the most stable form, everybody? Cyclic hydrocarbons means which is the most stable one? Anybody?
Cyclohexane.
Yes. N is equals to where it will start? That is what is my question. N is equals
6.
6. That is what is very, very important. Okay. Now, if you notice the classwork which I have shared, have been mentioned very clearly. You can see that. You can notice it. Even if you read this, it is sufficient for us. So that much neatly I have written. You can notice it. All of you. How neatly I written. Okay. Any, or understand everybody? Will you all follow it or not? So hydrocarbons. Methane, ethane, propane, butane, hexane, heptane. Next, general formula of saturated, general formula of unsaturated, general formula of it's what double bond and triple bond. Everything is fine. So now you can see all of you. Unsaturated hydrocarbons, that's what triple bond is present. That's what alkynes. This is CnH2n is alkanes and CnH2n minus 2 is what? Everybody. CnH2n minus 2 is what? Make it quick, everyone. CnH2n minus 2 is alkynes.
Alkyne.
Structure I have drawn here. You can check it. Next, even structural formula I have drawn. This is the structure of ethane or whatever the compound. Next one, electron dot structure. And next one is structural formula of ethane. That is what you have to remember. I hope you all understand. Anybody having any doubt, you can ask me. Are you clear, guys? Everybody?
Yes.
Yes? Please, next. This is the most important concept. What is that? Yesterday also I told you. Calculate for every compound, CC single bond, CH single bond, CH double bond, CH triple bond. So like that, number of carbon, number of atoms will varies. That is what we will say, atomicity. So remember only C, this is present between what? Everybody. C single bond C and C single bond H. That is what it is. You have to remember. Anybody having any problem? Everybody, do you all understanding? Please
Yes.
yes. So this is what. Next you can see ethene. Two carbons, 4 hydrogens. So I have written C double bond C. How many? CH single bond. How many? And you can find it very easily. Total bonds. So next, each alkane family. If I remove one hydrogen, they will be turned up into what? If I remove one hydrogen, they will turn up into alkyl group. So that is what highly reactive they are. So then the carbon atoms are arranged in, you can see, in the form of a ring. That is what cyclic hydrocarbons. One is saturated, another one is unsaturated. Yes or no, everybody? And what is the minimum number of carbons required, everybody? What is the minimum
3.
number of carbons? 3. But which is the more stable one? Which is the more
6.
stable one? 6 is the more stable one. So down I am forming here cyclopropane, cyclobutane, cyclopentane. So that is what you have to remember. So what is the general formula of cycloalkanes? Anybody? General formula of cycloalkanes. And down I written something. Can you tell me what I have written? Down I have written something. What is that written? Everybody?
Formula for alkene.
Same as that of alkanes. Same as that of alkanes. Next, an unsaturated cyclic hydrocarbons, which we also call cycloalkanes. And what is the basic and more standard compound of unsaturated hydrocarbons? Everybody? Yes.
Benzene.
That is what you have to remember it. Anybody having any doubt, please let me know. Are you clear or not? Everyone? Yes, please. Respond, guys. That is what. Next, benzenova. Next, what is a cyclopentane, cyclobutane, cyclopropane, toluene. This is very important. Why? Anybody can tell? What is a toluene? Toluene means cyclo. C7 ra, cyclo. This is one cyclohexane heptane. Understanding? Cycloheptene. That is what C7H8. And I have been formed the general formula. Please note it. This is the general formula of what? Double bond. Unsaturated cyclic compounds. Unsaturated cyclic compounds. The general formula is CnH2 n minus m. So what do you mean by n? Anybody? Number of what? Carbon. And anyhow, n is equals to 1 and 2 not existed. Minimum what? N is equals to everybody. N is equals to what? Minimum. N is equals to, starts from where, guys? It will start from n is equals to 3 only. And remember, Mr. Hari, M indicate number of triple bonds. Sorry, double bonds. Number of what bonds? Number of double bonds. That is what is n minus m. Basically, if you notice it, all of you, here, no general formula will be existed. So that's what I'm saying you. This is the formula which is formed by us for unsaturated cyclic hydrocarbons. That is what benzene means. N is equal. That is what double bond. At least how many double bonds, everybody? At least how many double bonds? At least one single double bond. That is what. So first, if you notice it, it will be started with n is equals to 1. Until now, if you notice, the structures will continue. But what is the first structure it will continue, everybody? What is the first structure it will continue? Everyone, cyclobenzene. Cyclohexane, or we can say unsaturated means benzene will start. So unsaturated cyclic hydrocarbons, which is called it as the alkynes, and you can notice it how the alkynes will be there, and even the structure, it's very complicated. Okay, so you have to be very cautious about it. And what is the general formula? Alkynes, cyclic alkynes. What is the general formula? Everybody, nothing will be there in the book. You have to learn. What is the general formula? Make it quick. CnH2n -4.
Minus.
You have to remember. Again, here also, n is equals to 6 is more standard. Okay, but if you notice it below that, that is what this is. N is equals to 4, n is equals to 3. So what will happen? It will not, understanding, they are not stable in nature. This is only, what is the reason we are struggling? They are, please respond guys, they are stable in nature. We understand, everybody? Please respond. So from where unsaturated hydrocarbons stable in nature? Everybody? Unsaturated hydrocarbons are stable in nature. From where? N is equals to, speak. N is equals to 6. That's all it is. Okay. I hope you all understand. Anybody having any doubt, you can ask me. Or else you can leave from the meeting. But now your immediate duty is write the general formulas of alkanes, alkenes, and alkynes. Next, same way. Cyclic saturated, cyclic unsaturated double bond. Okay, unsaturated double bond. Next, last one, cyclic unsaturated triple bond. That is what? C triple bond. Are you clear, everybody? Understand, Amma? Yes? Please,
sir.
that is what. Now, till here you complete it, then tomorrow's class we are going to study the next most important concept is nomenclature of hydrocarbons, means naming the elements. That is what we can say, nomenclature of hydrocarbons. So that is what we'll discuss in our tomorrow's class. So there is a prefix, there is a suffix, what you have to add it to the words, and then only how to speak. Okay, so how to name the saturated hydrocarbons, how to name the unsaturated hydrocarbons, these all the things we'll study in our coming classes. So after that, we'll discuss about isomers and all, but of course it is not necessary now. So this is what is about it. Anybody having any doubt, please let me know, or else you can proceed further. Is it okay, everybody? Yes, please respond, guys. Yes, that is what. So your duty is what now? Totally write 6 general formulas and learn it. One of the main page where you can see it every time and learn it. In that page you write it. Okay, all the 6 formulas. So till here, I hope my classwork is very clear and everybody can read this one. I'm expecting. Will you all do it, everybody? Yes, please. All of you? No. Okay, thank you. Can you able to see it? Read it, everybody. Thank you, everybody. We'll meet in offline class by 10 o'clock. Thank you all.